You know, it comes to a point where even some people have to be called out for their ignorance. I don't know what to make of this, but this man is a straight up hypocrite. And I don't mean no disrespect to the gay community. Much respect to them. To each his own. They do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I believe everybody has their own rights to be what they want to be. But when you a hypocrite, or you act like somebody who you ain't to try to fit in somewhere where you can't fit in, but to benefit you and any type of accolades or whatever you're trying to perfect to be able to fit in, and then afterwards contradict yourself by doing music, disrespecting the same people that you're trying to fit in with, that's why I find it so hypocritical and so diabolical. This is one of the most liest Rushmore rappers that we've ever seen in the history of hip-hop. One, we're going to start with Tupac, but that's another video. Two, we're going to start with all the lies and all the demise that this man has said throughout his career. Three, how he disrespected and said anyone that supports Trump, y'all are in his, you know what I'm saying, down to the trash list. Then wants to come out and support Trump. And I know why he did. He did it for the paycheck. He didn't do it for Trump. He did it for that paycheck. But it shows the hypocrisy and just the ignorance that this man possesses and carries within himself. You know, one thing I'm going to say, this man's opinion strongly suggests every time he says something that he wants to be able to be respected and for people to give at least his message some type of celebration or congratulations or just some type of admission. But then he submits and he declines to any submission by apologizing and just in reference of what he said. It doesn't matter if it was about Kobe Bryant or what they said about him or anything that has to do with the rap industry or anything that has to do with the government or politics. He always reverse psychologies everything he says. And then he wants to apologize. There's nothing wrong with apologizing. There's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you could be wrong in certain things and being man enough to apologize. But what gets to me is it's the way he does it. And then on top of that, when he went all off on Eminem talking about that he's a gas, that he ain't better than this, that he ain't better than that. But throughout his whole career, he's talking about, man, I'm glad he's on my camp. Man, I'm glad he's on my team. Man, I'm glad this, I'm glad that. You know why he did that? Because he's jealous that Dr. Dre picked Eminem as the greatest rapper to ever do it. And the reason is because Eminem is white. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it one greasy, one dizzy, all right? Now, when it comes to him to supporting the gay community, like I said, everybody has a right, you know what I'm saying, to support who they want to support. I had an uncle who was gay, you know what I'm saying, and he died when I was a kid. Yes, he died of HIV. I'm not going to sit here and play with you. And I love my uncle, you know what I'm saying? My uncle was 7'2". My uncle was a beast, but he lived that life. And I remember before he died, he told me, please don't treat my people bad. Don't treat my people any type of way, unless if they are flamboyant and disrespectful and don't give you the respect that you deserve and you want, which is very respectable. It's a message that everyone should carry, no matter who you are and what you do and what are your perspectives and being. That's cool. But I guarantee you, behind closed doors, this man talks all BS and disrespectful when it comes to the terminology or what gay is all about. Let's just listen to his music from back then till now. Now it's you a puppet for the Illuminati, and you've been a puppet for the Illuminati. So now you have to feel that you have to support and you have to mandatorily and automatically, systematically defend the same purpose that you hated to defend at one point in time. Because remember, you have said a lot about the gay community and how you don't condone on it, you don't like it, you don't respect it. Now you supporting it. So basically, You're telling us that you've been a hypocrite, you've been a liar, and you've been a certified undercover, if that's what that tells me. You see, manually, anyone that goes back and forth into lying and then being a hypocrite and then making no sense, not coming into reality and putting your sixth sense into it, into having a perspective where people can understand you and respect you at that gratitude or gratification or whatever perspective that you are saying, to then reverse psychology and then give your analysis or your opinion and what you feel is right and wrong. Well, on this case, I feel that you will never be right about nothing. You flip the script in everything that you do. And then when you strongly suggest any type of opinion that is strongly a good, powerful message, you reverse psychology by apologizing and making yourself look more dumb and more selfish and more ignorant than the last before. You see, Snoop Dogg, I'm going to tell you something. You sold your soul. You sold your soul. Is it something that you sold your soul for that God could have given you without you having to have to sell your soul? Listen to K Rhino. He'll let you know exactly what I'm talking about. Is it something that you couldn't afford, so you decided to go ahead and go on the other side because you felt that God couldn't give you the same authenticity and the same wise and acknowledgement, but also the same prize that you wanted that the Illuminati's giving you? So you flip the script and you have these narratives that don't make no sense. You're not realistic anymore. We don't see you as somebody that's believable or credible. And the reason why is because you change narratives, you flip the script, and you diverse everything that you say. And that's why I'm telling you right now, this about you supporting the gay community is bogus and is a lie. And you're just doing it for what? To benefit you. You're doing it to take advantage of the situations and circumstance that you already know that the most powerful is people that run the industry, every industry, sports industry, Hollywood industry, any type of industry, especially the government industry, are the gay community. So you want to be able to fit in, knowing that you don't want to fit in, but you have to, and you have to sacrifice it to be able to fit in because you want to be relevant. You want to be presentable. You want to humble yourself to that level and statistic because you don't want to lose the bag. One thing is being honest, and one thing is giving your opinion. But one thing is looking like a fool and just looking pathetic and being ridiculous dumb and being stupid to thinking that it's going to go people's head and not seeing the type of person that you are. And we already know you and P. Diddy, y'all were like Bonnie and Clyde. Y'all were down. And now out of nowhere, there's nowhere for you to be seen or found within the reach of P. Diddy or even supporting him or having his back. Things that make you go, I don't respect anybody like you. And the reason why is because of everything that I just said, and especially how you move. And the way that you move like a liar. You move like a manipulative, deceptive, demised person that has no control in what you say or have no control in what you believe in. So you try to make the others believe something that you don't even believe yourself, or something that you can't even put in perspective yourself because you want to be relevant. When was the last time that you had a #1 hit album? When was the last time you had a #1 hit anyway? Now, Marshall Stewart, you trying to do this, you trying to do that. Now you want to fit in with the crowd that you used to hate at one time. That's exactly my point in this video. You are now navigating into an environment that you used to despise, talk bad about, disrespect. You used to hate it so much that you even said it in your songs, you said it in your interviews, and more than ever, you meant it at one point in time in life. Now it's, you know what? I'm not that old man. I'm not that young man no more. I don't think like that no more. It's not because of that. It's because of that bag. You want that bag because you got to pay bills. And if you don't get that baggy, and if you don't get that milli, you ain't gonna be able to support your family. You ain't gonna be able to support the luxurious life that you got. So you see, Snoop Dogg, you can fool all of them, but you're not gonna fool me. Tupac called you out when he was alive. He knew the type of individual that you was once he saw that you betrayed him and perpetrated him. Talk about that you never liked to hit him up. But Gaddafi and all them boys from the Outlaws, when the song came out and y'all was at the studios, you was bumping it, you was dissing Biggie, you was disrespecting Biggie, you was disrespecting Junior Mafia, and then out of nowhere, you want to be down with all of them. So you see, Tupac called you out, Suge Knight called you out. You feel what I'm saying? And then when Dr. Dre left the record label, you went where? You went to No Limit. You did not leave with Dr. Dre. And that's the man that gave you your opportunity. That's the man that rose you to the top. That's the man that took you to the Rushmore Mountains. And I'm not going to say that your music is all bad, because when you first came out, that's all I used to bump to. Dogg Pound, Snoop Dogg, then when Pac went over there, Lady of Rage, which is Afro Puff and all them boys, you know what I'm saying, Corrupt and all them boys. Y'all boys were the shit, man. But you know what? Times change and people's true colors do come out. You understand what I'm saying? And your colors have came out more colorful than a rainbow itself. Now you want to fit in somewhere that you know you don't want to fit in. You know you hate the fact that you have to fit in that type of environment and circle. But the only reason why you're doing it is because you want that bag. You want to be recognized. You want to be remembered. You want to be not irrelevant, but you want to be in the Rushmore with all the elites that pertain that they like you and pertain that they respect you. In reality, they don't like you, they don't respect you. They just making money off you and just throwing you to the side. And whenever they need you, they're going to go ahead and keep doing the same because you are a puppet to them. And that's what you lack to understand and seem to comprehend and seem to extend your mind to come to realization and see that whatever you do, you're not relevant. You're just a puppet that is going to resume to obey and follow the rules and orders of what these elites want you to do. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just calling it for what I see. And what I see is a man that is lost, that is tremendously within the environment that he once hated so much because he doesn't want to lose his bag. He doesn't want to lose his opportunity. And he definitely don't want to go irrelevant. So Doggy Land, Mr. Snoop Doggy Dogg, stop the cap, stop the lies. Real people like myself can't see through you. And until you stop lying and you really expose yourself for the liar and the hypocrite that you really are, you will never be respected. You understand? Don't expect me and real ones to respect you knowing that you've been lying for years, especially to Tupac's mother, to Jada Pinkett, which I don't even like myself, to Tupac's family, and so many others, even to Dr. Dre, to Eminem, and so many others. So let's not sit here and act like you this perfect guy, this cool, calm, and collected dude, because you're not. You're just trying to fit in somewhere where you know you can't fit in and you hate to fit in. Y'all leave your comments down below. I'm out of here.